Before you spend a single dollar on a box shirt business, watch this. I'm gonna be way more honest with you than the people that are trying to sell you a course. People that are gonna be great in this business are people that are gonna be disciplined, organized, and realistic. To be disciplined in this business, you're gonna have many long nights. You're gonna make a lot of money that you can't always spend because you need to constantly reinvest to make sure that the business is growing. On those long nights that you're gonna have, you're gonna make sure you're getting proper sleep every day so that you can wake up and do the job again. You have to constantly be doing your pre-trips and post-trips to make sure your truck is in good shape. And if you're not doing those things, your truck may start to break down, so you have to make sure you're disciplined in that process. You have to make sure you're doing your pre-trips and post-trips every single day so that you can keep your maintenance up to date, make sure that you know and are aware of what's going on with your truck. And this is something you gotta do daily, and if you're not, you can really get behind on the maintenance of the truck and have to spend more money later on. Running a business isn't like a 9 to 5. You can't just call out of work whenever you want to. The less that you work, the less money that you actually make. You have to make sure that you're really paying attention to the money that you're bringing into the business and the maintenance. And if you have drivers, you have to be really in charge of them. So there's a lot of things that come into effect when you're running a business versus just working a 9 to 5. You have to be very organized in this business for it to be successful. That means you have to keep track of everything that you spend, meaning all the fuel that you spend, your registration, the insurance that you spend, how much you pay yourself, how much you pay your drivers, all the maintenance that we spend each month, so that when the end of the year comes, you can write off, everything that you need to when it comes to tax time, and that you can actually see a clear profit and loss for the business. And also helps you when you go to the bank and you get loans and things of that nature. So being organized is one of the most important things outside of just being disciplined and working hard. When you start this business, you don't want to compare yourself to others. We've all been there looking online, TikTok, Instagram, seeing the numbers that people make or just what people are doing in their lives. And it's easy to compare yourself. And in business, you don't know what others have done to really be successful, the time that they put in. So you want to make sure that you're realistic in your approach. So the time that you put in and allocate to the business, the money and the capital that you put in, there's a lot of things that go into being successful. So you want to be realistic and make sure that you're running your own race and not trying to follow someone else's. Everything costs money in this business. A truck, insurance, driver, fuel, pallet jack, straps, blankets, maintenance, paying a mechanic to look at your truck, LLC, the MC application. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and you want to make sure that you have the funds and or credit to back yourself, as well as just getting going. And let's just say that you're paying your driver on a Friday or every Friday, and maybe you didn't get your invoice paid out that day. So are you gonna tell your driver you can't pay until Monday, or are you gonna say, hey, I'll pay you out because I have the funds? So you just wanna make sure that you're prepared for anything that comes about. Let's say that you purchase a truck and 3 months later your transmission goes out, and that's never happened to me. I don't think that happens often, but at the end of the day, anything is possible. So you wanna make sure that you have credit or cash to back yourself, to really have longevity in the business, to make sure you get through the 6 months and a year and the 2 years of this business to where things will get really good and really easy for yourself. For those that are starting with minimal cash or credit are the ones that are gonna struggle the most in this business, because when things arise, and things always arise, you're gonna never have peace of mind the way that you would want to, because you won't be able to get things paid, or are gonna struggle to get things paid when you need to. And that's very tough on a business owner, especially someone that's just starting off, that maybe just came from a 9 to 5. So make sure you have cash or credit starting off. You don't have to have $1 million, but you definitely want to have more than at least 20,000. Here's a life that no one's going to warn you about when starting a business. Many people want to start a business and are working a 9 to 5, but most don't know that you actually work more in your business than you do in a 9 to 5. So instead of working an 8-hour shift, you may have 10, 12, 14-hour days, long mornings, late nights, spending time talking to brokers, trying to book loads, doing payroll, obviously on the road driving up to 11 hours per day. And then you may come home and have a day or two with the family, or just however long that you may want. But the longer you spend at home, the less that you're working. So running a business is a difficult thing, especially if you're not used to it. It gets easier over time, but make sure that you're diligent in that process, because those diligent months and years that you spend, you're gonna build out a successful business that everybody wants. Box short business is a real business with real stress and not just passive income. Many people want to start this business and buy a truck and just put a driver and then put it on autopilot, but that's not how this business works. You have to really put time into it. You have to make sure that you're building good relationships with brokers, whether you're driving or not driving. It's something that you really have to attend to daily, and can't be just an absentee owner unless you have someone to run a business for you. But if you really want to grow this business the right way, you have to make sure that you're putting the quality time into it, the cash, the reinvesting, and make sure that you're really honing in on just being a great business owner and a good box short business owner. And there's a lot of freedom and upside that makes it worth it for the right person. Somebody like myself, who I've been in this business for 5 years. I drove for 3 to 4 years consistently, OTR. And nowadays I spend my time at home a lot. I play paddleball, I run a business from the house, I do maintenance. When my drivers come home, and I'm able to go out on the road if I want to or if I don't want to. I can spend a lot more time with friends and family members than I was able to prior. So it's really built a level of freedom and access that I didn't have before, because I have more time and opportunity, because I really put that time into it early on in the business within my first 5 years. To build this business successfully, you have to put a lot of time and energy into it, but the freedom and upside that you get from it is what makes it really remarkable. When I started my business, I spent a lot of time working, a lot of time away from friends and family members. But as I built it out the past 5 years, I'm able to travel, I'm able to work in the business if I want to, run the business from the house, spend time with friends and family members, loved ones, do things I was never able to prior. There's so much upside, and if you really put the time into it, you reap the benefits down the line. In 2026, there's so much demand for freight that's out there in the market, whether you're doing Amazon during the holidays, whether you're running in the gaming industry like I do, whether you're doing day-to-day work on the Blowboard. There's so much work that's out there, and for a lot of people that exited the business in 2023, 2024, the supply is back up for us that are trying to make money and really build on our businesses. And with gas prices finally coming down after being at an all-time high the last 6 months, there's a lot more opportunity for us to increase our profits for everybody in this business, whether you have 9 trucks like myself or whether you have 100 trucks like a mega carrier. The business today in 2026 is definitely harder than it was in 2020 when everything was hyped and when the government was giving out free money and rates were at an all-time high and trucks were cheap. Things are a lot different now in 2026. However, there's so much opportunity for demand that we have the opportunity to go into these warehouses and meet with these companies and be able to get our own shippers, versus in 2020 where the load board was just packed with freight at high rates. We have to work a little harder on the other end now, but there's so much more opportunity now that other people have left the business, and you're able to go in there and get your own companies to work with that are gonna increase your profits. The people that are gonna make it long-term in this business are people that are gonna be diligent and are gonna work hard continuously. It's a repetitive business. We're picking up loads every day, delivering loads every day. So it's a lot of the same things, and the people that are gonna really last are the people that put the time in and don't give up. It's really mind over matter in this business. Secondly, the people that are gonna really make it and be successful are the people that are gonna start with more and more capital. So again, if you could start with 20,000 or more, but of course, the more that you have, the better it's gonna be to be able to make it past your first 6 months in that first year, to be able to withstand any kind of issues that you have. So those are things that you're gonna really make sure that you have to have in general. For those that want to start a box truck business because you saw it on TikTok or Instagram, understand that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's something that you really have to devote your all to, that you have to tell your family members, hey, I'm gonna be busy this next 5 years because I really want to build this business up and make it something that I can give to my kids, or really just help the family out and things of that nature. So understand that if you want to start this business, it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. It may take a year, may take 3 years, may take 5 years to be able to get where you want to go, be able to get the money that some gurus are saying that you can make from day one, and understand that it really takes time and it's not as easy as some people make it look on social media. For those of you that are really good with your money, that have spent a lot of time saving and really trying to figure out what's next for you after working that 9 to 5 for 5, 10, 15 years, and you really want to put all that energy and effort into yourself, box truck business will be great for you. If you can spend time away from home a little bit, if your loved ones can understand that you won't be as present as you used to be, but you're really working towards something that's gonna be special for you down the line that you can give to your kids. So the box truck business is for you to start if you can follow this blueprint. If this is still you after everything I just said, take that first step. Get the LLC, apply for your MC, start looking at trucks and insurance, and really get the business going. The box truck business is a real business. It's real, it's hard, and it's absolutely doable for the right person. If you guys want to continue to follow my journey, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and leave comments. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at KKingTrucking, where I post all my daily content, the loads that we do, the work that we're doing, the maintenance, everything like that. I try to post everything, make sure I'm transparent, and make sure you guys get my 17-step blueprint that's in my description if you're looking to get into the business. It has every step that you need to really get the business going. I listed everything out there myself, so make sure you guys tap into that. I appreciate you. It's cold.